Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Iron Crown Baseball League 1940 Championship game. This game is hosted by Fayette versus Gary. Gary being the home team because they had the better record. And let's take a look here. I believe Gary had the 8-2. So yes, Gary was 8-2. Fayette was 6-4. Last night's games were Salisbury and Saugus were trying to squeeze in there with a 6-4 winning record. Also, they did not do it. I don't think it would have mattered because the run differential wouldn't have been beat because the scores they put up didn't do it. So we have the Fayette 6-4 at Gary 8-2. Now the field they're playing at today is Gary's home field. Since it's a one-game championship, not a series, the owners voted on that, is going to be Smokestack Stadium. And today's game, it looks like I'm going to be using Jason's engine here, so I'll be using these columns here. It'll be a one dice roll. The white dice will determine what kind of hit was used to score that run or runs, and the black dice determine what kind of out it was. So I'm using this column here, and from looking at this columns, matching them up, it appears that Gary should have no problem winning this game. So let's go ahead and get into it. First pitch, we have Willis McElroy coming up to bat. He's a -1, so he's going to need a roll. He is not a plus, so he'll need a roll of 5 or 6 to score. Rolls a 4. That's going to be an out. How did he get that out? So that's going to be a 3-8. So that's going to be a 3. Let me fix my light here so I can see what I'm doing. No, not a 3. That's a U3, unassisted first base. So unassisted first base. And the way I narrate my outs, if it's like 40 to 44, it's a pop-up. 45 to 49 is a grounder. Obviously, outfielders, it's all obviously flyouts. Catcher, 20 to 22 is a pop-up. 23 to 24, I believe it's, no, 20 to 22 is a pop-up. 23 to 25 is a strikeout where he dropped the ball, and 26 to 29 is going to be a bunt attempt where he throws him out at first. Pitchers, 10 to 14, I'm going with a K. 15 to 19 is a hit back to the pitcher over the first. So I just want to clarify those if you guys are curious on how I'm putting these scores down. You'll see pop-ups, grounders, whatever. Okay, so we have nothing in the first for Fayette, which that's kind of what I fear is going to happen, but let's go down here. Joe Petty, he's on the zero column, I should say. He's going to need a 4 or 6. He is not a plus player. He gets a 6. That's 1 run. How do you get that run? 90 or 50. That's a base hit. So that's a single. And let's put that there. Single with 1 RBI. And just like that, Gary is on the board. Let's see, number lock. I'm trying to work around my microphone here. Okay, second inning. Ricky Bison comes up, and he's on the 1 chart. So we're going to, again, he is not a plus. So he's going to need a 4 or 6. Gets a 3. That's going to be an out. 51, 5. That's a pop-up. So I'm going to put P5. Pop out to third base. Yeah, not E base, but third base. Okay. And we have no runs there. Second inning, Al Kennedy is up. He's on the 1 column. Again, 4, 5, or 6. 2, nothing. And he's 80 fly out to center. So F8. All right. All right, Jay Albridge coming up. He's a -2. He's going to need a 5 or 6 to help them out. Gets a 3. That's not going to do it. 21, that's a catcher. So that's a strikeout. I'm trying to remember, is that what I said? Strikeout? Ah, it's a pop out. Pop out, yeah. Okay. P2. So it's a pop up behind the plate. And another inning going by, they couldn't score. Billy Cliff for Gary's coming up. He's a 2. He's a 2. So 4, 5, or 6. If he gets a 6, it's going to be a 2-bagger there. Let's go. A 3. He gets nothing. He doesn't have a plus, so he gets nothing on that one. That's a 36. Okay, that is an unassisted first base. And that was a grounder, so first base. So I'm going to say, wait, that was a grounder, so U3. Okay. So far, 1 run. Elijah Smith coming up to bat, -1. He is not a plus. The only plus they have is Butler and the bullpen, which they will not be using Butler. The only plus, and for them it's Gary's Brian Abbott. Okay, Elijah Smith, -1. 2, nothing. Fly out to center. F8. Fly out to center field. Michael Welch, -2 column. A 1. That's a 1-8 for the pitcher, so it's a comeback to the pitcher. So that's going to be a 1-3. Pitcher to first base. Nothing. Okay, Theo Laidlit coming up. -1. Needs a 5 or 6. 3, nothing. Another unassisted first base. And another goose egg. All right, let's see if we can get some offense going here. Stephen O'Donnell coming up. He's in a 0 chart. We'll take a 4, 5, or 6 here. The dice would be so kind. There we go. 5, that's a 1. How'd he get it? 92. That's a home run. So HR cleared the right field fence on that one. Home run / 1 RBI. And we'll put a 1 there. Now Gary leads it 2-0. Going to the 6th inning here. 6 innings brings in Jason Blythe. He's a -1. They need a 5 or 6. Oh, they get it. A 5. They score. 73. It's a double. So he got a double there. Knocked in a run. 1 RBI. And where did my cursor go? 1 RBI. Folks, let me move this mic because I'm like reaching around it and it's messing with my keyboard. So if the sound's a little faded, that's why. The mic's not in front of me anymore. Okay, RBI. They are finally on the board. Bottom of the 6th. Dan Hunter. He's a 1. A 5. Scores a run. It's not a plus. Hunter, how'd he get it? 0-0. So that's going to be a single. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's a triple. That's a 10 and 10. That's a triple. That's a rarity. So triple / 1 RBI. And Gary takes a 2-run lead. 7th inning, Jack Hillard, -3. That is nothing. So I'm not even, well, I got to roll to find out how he got out, but he's not a plus, so we're just rolling to see how he got out. 66. That's a grounder. 6-3. Shortstop to first base. Man, you really hate to see those -3s on there. Geez, you might as well not even have him in the lineup at that point. I guess actually what I could have done is exchanged him for the bench. It's what I probably should have done for this championship game. But c'est la vie. Moving on. 7th inning. We have Billy Alexander. He's in the 1 column. 3. He gets nothing because he's not a plus. So how do you get out? 20. So we said as a catcher, that's a K. Did we say as a K or pop out? No, it's a pop out. P2. Pop out the catcher. 0. Top of the 8th. Top of the 8th. We have a plus coming up. Anthony Butler on a 0 chart. So he needs a 3 or more to score. 3 or more. And he gets a 6. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Now, because he has a plus, and he landed on a plus, he gets the run, but he also gets to roll the 1 dice again. If he lands on a 1, 2, or 4, he gets those additional runs for his team. Wow. This could put, oh, this is not good for Gary. So let's see here. He's got 1. So I'm going to roll again. But first, how did he get those runs? 51, he got a single. You got to remember that. Well, actually, I'm going to just do this here. He got a single. He got a single. Now, we're going to roll 1, 2, or 4. Oh, my goodness. So, all right. So, that's 5 runs. Okay, that's 5 runs. What I'm going to do, well, that's 5 runs. Here's what I'm going to do. Since that's 5 runs, that's no way you get 5 runs off a single. You can't get 5 runs off a home run. So I'm going to make this a home run. This was a grand slam / 4 RBIs. For stat purposes, okay, I know you can't get 5 RBIs, but when I'm doing my stats, I'll realize that that's, but it's a grand slam. He got, in the inning, there was 5 runs scored. So, just like that, Fayette takes over off a grand slam in the top of the 8th inning. Wow. All right, well, they got a chance to come back here. Brian Abbott, he's in the 1 column. He's a plus. So mean, if he gets a 3 or 4, this is getting interesting. Here we go. 3 or 4 they need. And they get a 4. They get a 4. Wow. Okay, so how'd he get it? 87, a home run. Okay, these runs are going to come off a home run. Okay, got a 4. So they got 1 run. It's 4-6. He needs a 3 or 4. I mean, not a 3 or 4. He's going to roll this. He needs a 1, 2, or 4. And he does not get it. Oh, he does not get it. So he just gets the 1 run. Wow. Okay. Home run, 1 RBI. 6-4. Top of the 9th. There's no DH in Jason's game, so top of the 9th. He's a -1. He gets nothing. So how do you get out? 10. Pitcher, K. So that's a K. All right. Gary's final at bat. 1 column. Jason Smurden. 1 column. He's not a plus. What do they need? What do they need? They need a 6 to tie the game and go in extra innings. Will they get it? No, they got a 5. Oh man. 0, 1. How did he get it? Base hit. Single. 1 RBI. Folks, Fayette is the champions of the 1940 Season 1 Iron Crown Baseball League. And let's see, rightfully so here. This Anthony Butler is your player of the game, MVP. MVP comes through with a grand slam to give Fayette the lead, and they hold on. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So let's go here. This final score 6-5. What a game. 6-5. Let's move this down to my second screen. Minimize that. 6-5. Wow, that was a great game. Woo! And there you have it. Season 1 has crowned their champion, Fayette. And six and 4. 27 run. I really thought Gary was going to take this with their 8-2. They had a 27 run differential, so they were just hitting the cover off the ball all season. But it just, man, that's crazy. The dice will tell you who's gonna is gonna be the champion. That was great. That was great. A grand slam. Wow, 5 runs in that inning. That's great. Okay, guys. Well, I thank you for listening and watching, and I'm moving on now to finish up my season 1 basketball. So those will be the next videos I put up. It's going to be about basketball. I'm going to put the baseball aside for now and work on the basketball. And then from there, I'll determine if I'm going to start the football, which I do have the cards made up for that one, the teams made up for that one. Or if I'm going to the soccer, which I appreciate Kevin Mayo making that template. That was very nice of him, and it's a tremendous add-on to these games. Um, but soccer, I'm gonna definitely be doing the one roll, obviously. But I've got to look at Jason's soccer. I've never looked at it, so I get an understanding of it. So when I make my team, because as you guys know, I like to do some kind of stats with my teams. I don't do the full stats, but a couple. Definitely, obviously goals will be counted, but so I got to look at his game and see how to play it. I've never played it. As I stated before, I like to incorporate as many of the games as I have into a season of a sport. I don't like to I shouldn't say I don't like to just use one. I could and be happy with it, but it's like if I had box games, if I'm paying for these, you just don't want them sitting on your table and not being used. So I like to play all these games. I enjoy them all, and that's what I think I'll do is include Jason's and the one roll in here. That's the only games I have for soccer. So, I think he had another game he came out with, Nil Edge or something. Maybe I'll look into that. If it's a faster playing game, maybe I'll use that one. Okay, guys, I've been rambling long enough. I appreciate everything, and I will see you guys in the group. Take care.